Best and worst gifts? I should have prepared for this question.
I need you to dig deep,
I
man.
no kidding. We've been together almost 11 years. Don't buy me something physical. We're going to New York to go watch a play. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
but just going along with me, doing an experience. Yeah, that's way better to me than.
Not physical. Yeah, I get it.
I have,
Because those,
I have to-
fades over time, but memories don't.
exactly.
We started on our knees, had no light. Then we found our way to church. Yeah, I got our vision set right. You pulled us out the dirt. Now we're walking in our purpose, not just shopping in vain. And calling our Holy Father, staying away from the lies. Cause you taught us how to apply. We got a way you do it. Yeah, you did it. And you did it. When the road got rough, you pulled us through it. You always do it. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, we got a way you do it. Yeah. Walk a little different by avenue. Let's get into it.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are the intersection of material gifts, unspoken expectations, and the emotional strings that sometimes come attached to them. Bree,
Yeah.
if you would you open us in prayer today?
Of course. Lord, help us to keep our hearts pure and giving and receiving. Deliver us from temptation to control others through what we buy them, and heal the places in us that feel bought or obligated. Let our love be unconditional regardless of the price tag on the item. Amen.
Amen. If you are joining us for the first time, I am Dee. There's so much complex emotions attached to material things. Gift giving is supposed to be a beautiful love language, but when it comes to transactional, it loses its heart.
Yes. And I'm Bree. I've had to do a lot of self reflection on this because if we're being honest, it's very easy to mask a desire for control or validation as a generosity. We're looking at the raw truth of that dynamic today.
Yeah, our main focus today is the concept of the hidden agenda. And it's that exact moment when the declaration of I love you through this grand gesture or an expensive present suddenly starts to feel like you owe me.
Yes, it's the gift that requires a specific reaction, a specific thank you, or worse, a shift in your behavior to please the giver. When a gift functions as a tool for leverage or guilt, it stops being an act of grace and starts being a contract. We're going to break down how to recognize that shift and how to protect your boundaries when it happens.
Mm-hmm. I think, especially as parents, a lot of that becomes a little more apparent, or at least I think, because I'm trying to like safeguard my son or put boundaries on what gifts he's been given or he's being given from family and friends. Well, I don't know. I think half because there's a transactional aspect to it. I'm giving you by means of your son this big deal thing. And the expectation is they will play with it. They will love it. This will be, I've spent a lot of money on it. You need to take care of it. I have a 2-year-old.
Kids love boxes. They don't
No,
care about the
not,
gift.
no kidding. No, but 2-year-olds tend to, especially boys, tend to destroy things. There is you can't buy him expensive things. It will break. It will, like, even just books. And I know the grandparents laugh at me, but I'm like, those are bedtime books. Those are books for when grandma is reading. Yeah. And even Top Shelf is now getting a little too close for reach. But yeah, books, these are valuable in my mind. I mean, they, probably cost $5, but these are literature is valuable to me. I don't want the pages torn out. And that expectation of I'm gonna buy these beautiful things and I'm gonna write these notes in them and it's gonna be something you're gonna cherish forever. The reality is,
It may not make
No.
it to forever.
no.
Understandable. It makes me think back to my mom. She used to use, like, as a preteen, I didn't want to really hang out with mom. I wanted to stay in my room, hang out, and just chill, right? And her thing would be like, if you go to the mall with me, I'll take you out to eat. And it's like, okay, but I knew it was going to be an all day adventure. And I knew, yes, I'll get an outfit out of it, but it was a transaction,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
knew that I was gonna have to sit there and watch her try on shoes or clothes or whatever. It was gonna be an all-day event. But I knew at the end of it, I was at least gonna eat good.
Yeah, but you're okay with that transaction, I guess.
Yeah. But it was still transactional. It wasn't just like, "Oh, hey, let's go hang out and let's get you." It was a, "Hey, do this, then go look carrot."
I think too that like weddings is an easy topic to talk on of
Mhm.
it being almost transactional. This gift, this very expensive giant gift, or this helping pay for parts of the wedding.
Mhm.
Those are no, I can't say unintentionally because I think most of the time it's like, well, I'm paying for half the wedding. I'm going to invite more people. I want it this color because I'm paying for this
Yes.
thing instead of it being out of the goodness of my heart. I love you. I know how expensive weddings are, or I know starting a family and joining if you don't already live together, buying things for your house together is expensive. And that was the original, gift process. I know that's changed a little bit, but life is expensive.
It is.
This is a big deal and we want to celebrate you. Here's something beautiful to celebrate with.
My
And
uncle did. He was like, or my uncle and my mom went in together and they were like, "People are gonna eat at your wedding. This is the food. You're good. Like, don't worry about that part." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." That was, and they didn't ask for anything or expect anything back. They had already taken care of their portion. They were ready. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
food's a hard one because that's transactional in my mind. They were like, "Don't worry about it. I got the food
Because I'm gonna
because
eat.
I want the food to be good. I will.
Oh man.
I will ensure the food is good." But then again, I just heard another story that was I think it was Reddit or something. The parents, "Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the food," and they're like, "Yeah, well, especially weddings, you've got a few hundred people sometimes, the chaos. Make sure there's enough food."
Yeah.
And the story was basically the parents paid for the food and then kept going back and said, "Well, I want seconds, I want thirds," before the rest of the wedding had gone. Like
Wow.
they were only a few tables into this buffet and they
Mhm.
were going back for seconds and thirds. And
Mm.
not all, like half their guests did not get to eat.
Wow.
Because well, they vastly underordered
Yeah.
apparently, and also were already going up. Like people saw them going up and getting more food and complimenting and going back and getting the food because they liked it so much, but because they paid for it. If you have decided that this is something you're going to gift your kids, in-laws,
Yeah.
future in-laws, whatever, you don't expect,
Don't tally.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was used to that as a kid. So I know I've told my grandmother is a hoarder. And a lot of all of her gifts were very much transactional. She expected you, I mean, old school mentality a little too, in that you had to write a thank you note. But a lot of it was the threat of losing it, the threat of damaging it. I've spent a lot of money on the thing. Why aren't you wearing it? Why aren't you showing gratitude by using the thing that I got you? And I had a horrible story where she bought me this necklace that said my name, real chonga, real Miami necklace, but it was a gold necklace, and I wore it, wanted to keep it safe, and put it away in a safe place so I wouldn't forget. And then subsequently, as a 12-year-old would, immediately forgot where I put it for a year. And for the entire year, every single time I saw my grandmother, which at that time I I think we might have still been, I would like go to her house after school for a number of years. I don't remember if I think it was after that, but still at least once a week seeing grandma.
Like, where's that necklace?
Where's the necklace?
Mm.
I haven't seen you wear the necklace. Where's my necklace? Every time I saw her.
Did you eventually just not want to go because you're like, let me
Oh,
just
are you
wait
kidding?
until
Of
I
course.
find it.
Oh no. When your parents are telling you just lie, just it didn't match my outfit. It's like just lie. That's not very Christian,
Yeah.
but also grandma, really? No, I was like going through purses to donate or something, and you got to go through every single little pocket before you donate anything. And sure enough, found the necklace in a pocket inside of a purse that I had obviously, worn it that day. And
Yeah.
I think we threw a party when I found that necklace because it was such a big deal. But, like, the stress of having every item she gave you was that way.
And she was like just keeping like, I haven't seen this
She's
in
got
a
a
while.
list somewhere.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's heavy. Where, like, I don't
Mhm.
you then don't wanna be around those people.
No.
It
You almost don't want them to get you a gift. You're like, no, just hold on to it
Mhm.
until I'm ready to be able to really take care of it. You hold on to it.
Well, and, grandmas
Mm-hmm.
also generally don't I say generally, may not be always the case, but my grandmas didn't know what I wanted. Like,
No.
they were sweet little ladies.
Yes.
They had no idea what I was actually
No.
into. So half the stuff they got me anyways was like, "Thanks,
Yeah.
grandma. I'm never gonna wear this outfit ever." Like,
Oh
it's 2
man.
sizes too small, and you're
Yeah.
like, "What?
You're like, okay, thank you.
Thanks, grandma."
Yes. Gosh. Is it that most grandparents get their grandkids like clothes and like socks, more practical items during the holidays and their birthdays?
I
Back in the
never
day.
got that.
What'd you get?
No, I always got toys that were for, like, a full age group under me or something. Or, like, it was always
Mhm.
yeah, like, an old like, she would get me, like, old dolls and things that I was like, "I'm not" well, first of all, no, I'm not gonna play with this doll. Second of all, now I can't get rid of this doll because whenever she comes over, I gotta make sure to pull it out and put it on a shelf somewhere so that she
Like
doesn't
it's
yell at
always
me.
been there,
Yeah,
yeah.
but she doesn't yell at me like, "Why aren't you playing with it?" "Oh, it's so pretty. I have it on this shelf,
Yes.
obviously, and that's why I've never touched it. It's collecting dust and"
A little scary, but
Uh-huh.
man. Let's see. Okay. So on the flip side of that, it forces the question like what have you learned about managing your expectations when you give gifts to others?
I'm not in your head. That's my expectation.
Okay.
I love this thing. It made me think of you. It a gift is a gift. It doesn't matter to me how much it costs.
Mhm.
You can find it at the dollar store.
Mhm.
If it made you think of me,
Yes.
I love it. I may not be able to use it. It
Mhm.
may have to go straight to the trash. But it's the idea. I also have learned people really enjoy gift receipts because if it doesn't fit, it's not exactly my style.
Yes.
You thought of me. You went out of your way to get me a gift.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna need to return this because it doesn't fit me, or
Yes.
I'm never ever gonna be able to use this, or I don't have the space for it, or
Mhm.
you name the it doesn't matter. I'm not in your head. I don't
Yes.
know. I thought of you. So I don't I probably have very minimal expectations, but that's what gift receipts are for.
Yeah.
The understanding of your tastes or your assumption of sizing
It's different.
is different from reality.
Yes. I think I've become more of a gift card giver
Mm.
than an actual item because I want people to pick out something they really
Yeah.
enjoy. So I might like go to whatever their focus is, right?
You
Like
know,
for Sebastian, I was like Legos because he
yes,
can continue to build stuff
yes,
and whatever he wants. And then, for other friends, like to be funny, I wanted to get Andy a White Castle one, knowing that he doesn't really care for White Castle. Then, just little things like
yeah,
that. So just gift cards. So it's not a like, oh, I can't use, but you can use eventually. You'll
yeah,
go eat at this place or you're going to order
yep.
from this place. You got a gift card. You can be like, oh, shoot. Yeah, I get to save,
Mhm.
$20.
And that's kind of a good middle ground too because you're thinking of them.
Yeah.
I know you like not White Castle. So, let me get you love Chick-fil-A and I thought of you and I know you well enough to know that you like Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Go get yourself something you're going to
Mhm.
enjoy.
Yeah.
But that's being intentional. I think on the flip side, I don't expect anything.
Mm-mm.
That goes
No.
back to our hosting, talking
Yes.
about hosting, and I don't expect anything. I want you to come and enjoy. I want to be in your presence.
Yes.
I wanna hang out. I also don't think my love language is gifts anyways.
Okay. Like receiving or giving.
Yeah.
Because some people, their love language is giving gifts.
Yeah.
And that can be a lot. It can
Yeah.
be overwhelming sometimes. 'Cause you're like, oh, I'm glad you thought about me, but whoa, like
Yes.
that's a lot.
Yes. Yeah. No, mine's quality time and acts of service. So if you come over and hang out with me and, you're noticed the sink was full of dishes and you know, clean the dishes while you were like, oh my gosh, that's wildly more impressive to me that you understand me as a person than any physical item that you're gonna hand over.
Got it.
You know, I enjoy gifts,
Yeah.
but it's not as meaningful.
Got it. Okay. Now, you know, I can come over and I can help put Sebastian to sleep, but I'm gonna avoid your dishes like I avoid my dishes.
As you should, because I also avoid my dishes. That's my husband's love language. We leave him for that. That way he's very good at Tetrising the dishwasher. That's absolutely okay.
Yeah.
I'll come over do your laundry. I like folding laundry.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Best and worst gifts you've ever received.
Okay. So one of the worst gifts I got was for my birthday. First of all, this is when I had COVID. And I knew I freaking had COVID. And my friend made us go out to a restaurant I didn't want to go to. Like, this was a friend that, you know, we're no longer friends now, but they were just super fancy for no reason. So forced me and Bo to get dressed up. I wasn't feeling well. Then I'm sitting under a vent. Perfect view. Yes. But then the gift that I'm given is this little Guess coin purse only. And it had the string and everything. And it was cute, but it was like, there's nothing I can do with this. Like, I can't put my card in there.
Yeah.
I can't put my phone. It was just cute. And I'm like, thank you. But I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Like, she spent money on it.
Yeah.
And I was appreciative.
Yeah, you
but I
know,
was
the
just
cheapest
like,
thing in there is probably that, but also
everything was guess how much it is. That's the whole point of guess. And so I'm just like, oh, like, you know, I do when I try to wear it once. It's been like at least 7.
It's antique now. Go just resell it. Yeah.
But I'm just like, so when I'm cleaning out that closet, because I can't even in my right mind re-gift it to someone else, because it's like, they're going to be looking at me like, what am I supposed to do with this? This is great. Yes, it's name brand, but what do I do with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, thank you. That, unfortunately, is my worst gift.
Yeah.
My best gift. Okay, so I can remember like just different times in my life. As a kid, one of my favorite gifts was, you know, that little recorder that Kevin used in Home Alone?
Yes.
My mom got
Girl
me
Talk.
One. Yes, Girl Talk. It was pink and purple.
Yes,
I loved it. Yes, that was one of my favorites.
Great one.
Another Christmas, my mom got me and so the funny thing is, I'd spent the night before in the hospital with a friend. She was pregnant and had the flu. So I came home Christmas Day and my mom had a Saints blanket, my favorite football team, and a new laptop. Because mine was like going to crap. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I was like, why is my mom rushing me home? Like, you know, at this point I'm an adult. Like, it's okay. Like, relax. It's Christmas. It's another day. Okay. So I thought that was very sweet. That was a good, like, surprising gift.
Best and worst gifts. I should have prepared for this question. Because I can't even think of like worst gift. I know that my grandparents gave me really bad gifts to the point of there was definitely a few times when they went straight to the donation bin.
Yeah.
They didn't have tags anymore. So, you know, like I couldn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
They went straight to the donation bin. But I think some people would say like socks or something. I'm like, I complained about it as a kid. Doesn't mean it was a bad gift.
No, not
I needed them. Did I want that as a present wrapped up under a Christmas tree? Absolutely not.
Probably do now, but then no.
And honestly, the weird things that you didn't appreciate when you were a kid. Best gift? No.
Rod bought you an experience, ma'am. None of that?
Yeah, but we do date nights as like
one that
big
stood out.
deals. They're not like wrapped in a bow, a gift.
I get it, but something that maybe he planned specifically as a gift for you. I need you to dig deep, man.
No kidding. We've been together almost 11 years. My brain doesn't remember what I had. I didn't have any breakfast. I was going to say what I had for breakfast. I didn't eat breakfast.
Maybe that's why we need brain food.
I'm not fueled properly today.
We might have to hold you to this. We have to come back and find out what was your best.
Most recent, something that I truly loved. Rod gave. I mean, then this is one like most recent I can think of. It was a present for me, but it wasn't for me. And I think that's why I appreciated it. It was for my son. But he bought a little bluey Polaroid camera that doesn't actually take photos. It's for like 2-year-olds. So, but it's bluey, which my son thoroughly enjoys. but more than it was his own camera. And so it was gifted to me, but it was for me to then play with my son with.
Yeah.
So I guess like that, I think of it almost as an experience, and it wasn't, again, it's a gift for me,
Yes.
but I appreciated the fact that it wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm. Because it's going to give you and Sebastian that time to, take photos and
Yeah.
enjoy. And Sebastian's just going to be happy to be there with his camera.
Again,
He'll hold it for a few, put it down, maybe
throw
throw
it
it
across the
down.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whenever you're like, grab camera, he'll go grab
Yeah.
it and try again.
Yeah. Oh no, and he faces it the wrong way. I'm trying to teach him to like look through the actual people. He just puts it on his face.
He's like,
You're
good enough. I'm here.
Like you don't understand the concept of even like looking through a camera, but it was the idea.
Yes.
It did not it was not expensive. It did not
Mhm.
need to be something fancy, or
Yes.
it was the idea of I can do this with my son and I can experience this. Because yes, experiences 1,000% I will love anytime, always over a gift.
Yes.
I mean, my birthday was we went to New York. It was like I requested that too. It was like I got a good idea for a gift. Here you go. Don't buy me something physical. We're going to New York to go watch a play. But just going along with me, doing an experience. Yeah, that's way better to me
Than a physical.
Yeah.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
Because those,
That's good.
fades over time, but memories don't.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you are navigating a relationship right now where generosity feels heavy, remember this truth. True love does not need a receipt.
Freedom in relationships mean being able to accept a gift with genuine gratitude without feeling like you just signed away a piece of your peace.
Yeah. Before we start to talk about TikTok, we've been talking a lot of today about expectations and how easily we can get overwhelmed by them. I want to talk about the mamas who are currently in the thick of completely different kind of overwhelm. Your baby and that feeling where you look at them and realize they've changed in like the past 24 hours. You're trying to savor every second, but you're also exhausted. And the thought of planning another major photo session just kind of feels like a mountain you don't want to climb.
I do remember that fog. You want the memories, but the mental load of finding a photographer, coordinating outfits, and checking the budget again, it's enough to make you just settle for a blurry iPhone shot and call it a day.
Yeah. That is why I created the Family Legacy subscription at Degarone Photography. I wanted to make sure that there was no work and the pressure of documenting the entire incredible first year is taken care of. Cover everything from that gorgeous maternity glow all the way to the first birthday cake smash.
So you don't have to scramble to book every few months.
No,
Right.
it is supposed to be streamlined. You're locked in. You don't have to worry about missing a milestone. I'm already part of the calendar with you. I'm already on the calendar. Best part is you're going back to the topic today, but avoiding things that kind of break the bank, and you have to worry about gifting. It's designed to be accessible. You're capturing high-end professional legacy portraits right here in South Florida without it costing you a literal trade for your firstborn.
Perfect. Thank goodness, because they're so cute when they're little, but we like to keep them in the photos.
Yes, yeah. It's about peace of mind. I think more than anything, you just get to show up, be in the moment with the baby, and let me handle the storytelling. You deserve to be in the memories, not just the one obsessing over them.
If you're in South Florida and want to secure your baby's first year of memories, check the link in our show notes for the Family Legacy subscription.
Don't let the year blur by. Let's capture this miracle together.
There we go. You ready for the TikTok?
Of course.
All right.
This is your reminder that if you give a gift to someone with an expectation of how they utilize that gift, you haven't given them a gift, you've given them an obligation, and you're not generous. You're entitled.
So what did you think about that TikTok, Dee?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty spot on. Like you said, that was it. I talked to my grandmother, gave me obligations.
Yes.
Through the whole, I was bombarded with obligations, and I've never ever thought about it that way. But that's exactly what I was supposed to be top of mind. I needed to always be thinking of what she would say, what she was gonna do, that's
Yeah.
obligations. Do you feel like there's any gifts that you give that you would like to see utilized?
Mm, no. I mean, I'm trying to think like what would okay, so when we had our foster daughter in our home, um her love was Stitch. Like she loved Stitch. So got her a Stitch necklace, you know?
Yeah.
Because anything Stitch she was like obsessed with.
That's cute.
So that was just something like you would like to see every now and then, you know what I mean? But if she didn't use it, she didn't use it. But
I
yeah,
could think of like
that's really it.
if you gift someone something that you'd like them to use with you. So you talk of experiences. So like
But do
I'm
you
gonna
tell
gift
them
you a
that?
pass or I'm gonna gift you like I don't know, I was thinking like an escape room.
Okay. So hey, I bought us the escape room is
Right.
the way you would say that. You wouldn't say, "Oh, here,
But
go
like
to
for
the escape room."
I'm gonna get you the gift of going to an escape room for your birthday. The idea being
That's why you gotta say, "I bought us."
right.
So
But
they
it's for your birthday, let's say.
you gotta say that. You
They
can't
gotta
just
say
be like,
us.
yeah, you say, hey, I got us tickets to go to the escape room for your birthday.
Right.
Because if you don't say that, then they may be like, oh,
I'm
good, you got
taking these
me a
other
ticket. I'm
people.
taking, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so you gotta say it up front if that's what if you want to be a part of that experience, you gotta say.
Right. Is that being selfish?
I don't know if that's being selfish. I mean, if it's something they really, really like,
Right.
hopefully you guys are good enough friends where they want you to be a
They
part of
wanna
that
go to the
experience.
escape room. Yeah.
But if they don't want you to be a part of that experience, then that can come off as selfish. That's more about you than it is them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because otherwise, I'm like, if I don't know. To me, the definition of gift is I'm giving this away.
So you could do whatever you want.
It is yours.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the what you hear all the crazy stories of people if you like break up or you know something happens or something goes sour, a relationship, a friendship, whatever goes
They want
sour,
their gifts back.
and they want gifts back.
You don't do that.
That I'm gonna one up it. What about like engagement? An engagement ring,
You don't get that back.
right? It's a gift,
Yeah. After you have made the commitment and that was your intent, you don't get that back. Now, if the person just doesn't want it in their life and wants to give it back to you, that's fine. But that's not something you ask for back.
right?
That's weird.
It's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
So if they decide to paint it purple and throw it away, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's on them. It's their decision.
Yes.
You have gifted this.
Well, okay, so that makes me think of I think Love is Blind. You know how they sit in pods
Mm-hmm.
and they don't get to see that person before they propose,
Yeah.
right? But some people propose, but then they want their rings back because they don't feel like it was genuine or of that sort. So my thing is, if you're in that situation, would you not just get like a faker until you're sure and then get the real
I
deal?
mean, you're in a reality
Yeah.
TV show. Like, wouldn't? Yeah, I would imagine everything I did would need some sort of insurance that things are
Mhm.
legit, not just
Yeah.
for reality.
Yeah, because that's the only time that I think like I would want because like if you're playing in my face, yeah, I should never propose to you, but you knew what you were doing, then I would be like, give me my thing back because you played in my face. But like
Okay, but
that's
what if they're playing
that's
to your face and it's not a reality TV show? You're gifting
intent on it being
with the
forever.
understanding, or yeah. I'm from my perspective, this is forever. You
Yeah.
and you say yes because it's the other way. If you say no, it hasn't been you haven't been
Exchanged.
gifted it.
Yeah. Well, like, what if the person says yes, but like, what if the person is cheating on that person? Like, they really don't have an intent to be like godly or anything like that.
Yeah, I would expect it back.
Uh,
I think that's why people sue it for weddings. If they're like,
yeah.
I was intending to go to, have a life with you, and we were spending all this money on a wedding that I wouldn't have asked for back, like the money back, because we're together, and
Yeah.
it was for a reason. But then when you cheat, cut the
Mhm.
marriage,
Short.
don't have the wedding.
That's
I
hard.
want the money back. It's not.
Wasted
But that's not a
time
gift.
and
That's the obligation.
yeah.
It's like she's saying, like
Yeah.
I'm expecting something out of it, so it's not a gift.
Mhm.
An engagement ring, I'm expecting something out of
You're
this.
expecting a marriage. Not an easy situation,
So
but
is
a
it not by that
marriage.
definition? Is it not a gift?
That's an obligation.
Right.
It's not a gift. It's obligation.
There's ties to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those
How do you then discern what something's a gift and when something's an obligation? When it, like, if it's intended to be a gift, you give it to me as a birthday present,
Yes.
there better be no obligation.
Yes.
This is a birthday gift.
Mhm.
But if it's
intended for you guys to go into a contract, marriage is a contract.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
For you guys to go in a contract, that's an obligation. That's no longer a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our wedding rings were not gifts.
Yeah.
Now, if your husband upgrades the wedding ring after a
Different
couple of years, that's a
story.
gift because you survived.
I need to. So I joked mine. I now have my wedding band, my
Uh-huh.
engagement ring, and then the
Anniversary?
And no, this one's breastfeeding when I was done breastfeeding.
Wow.
So it's got his breast milk in resin inside the ring.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm gonna have a problem eventually if I have
New
to have
for
a,
every
like,
event?
we lasted. We
Yeah.
we have another kid. We're like, I'm not gonna be able to bend my ring finger. I'm gonna have too many.
No, you got to put on your other ring finger on your other hand.
Bedazzled everywhere. I'm gonna need a whole lot of
Oh my goodness.
gifts, obligations
Yes.
are lining up on my fingers.
Yes. Oh man. I didn't know that. That's what that
Yeah.
third ring was for.
Yeah, the clear or the white resin is
Uh-huh.
breast milk.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm stacking them up.
Okay. Much
Fun fact,
appreciated.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like, that's an interesting.
I know, I love it. It was Mother's Day, my first Mother's Day, and I was like, that to me is more sentimental than like the fact that I made it and
Mhm.
and I dealt with, like, because breastfeeding, no
Right.
one tells you, like, that's a full-time job, and I did it. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Kudos.
yeah, that's my reminder. I've done
Done some hard work.
engagement, wedding.
Some
There-
real hard
There
work.
are some pretty hard work. Even these rings are meaningful.
Yes. Yes. Oh goodness.
I think. What do you think? That's a
I
wrap.
think- yes, we're all set.
Thank you for unpacking with us today. Be sure you subscribe and tune in next week because the title says it all. Anything they can do, we can do better. We're deep diving into comparison, competition, and the pressure to outdo everyone around us.
Yes. Make sure you follow us on all platforms at Different by Avenue. And remember to love without strings attached. See you next week. Bye.
Another day, another walk, keeping faith in the stride. No matter where the avenue goes, he's the one to always provide. From the dirt to the grace, you gotta keep the faith. Trust the spirit and the truth. Yeah. Because God will never lose. See you next time. We got a way you do it. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, you did it. When the road got rough, you pulled up to it. You always do it. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, we got a way you do it. Yeah. It's on a different by avenue.